Hi guys, thanks for joining us today. We're excited to do our first Instagram live tutorial on putting a wheelchair together today, and it's going to be our small walk-in wheels. So feel free to send in any questions you guys have. If there's anything specific about your dog's wheelchair, you can definitely let us know. We do recommend sending in, photos or giving us a call, at our customer service line, which we'll go over those numbers at the end of this. And you can also find if you go onto our Instagram account as well. We're going to just jump right into this today and talk about the parts and pieces and how to actually put it together.
All right, so this is our small pet rear wheelchair, and this is basically what's going to be included in the box itself. So right here you see the frame. When you do get the small frame, it is compact to the smallest it can fit, but it does have a lot of adjustability in the width, the length, and as you'll see in just a few minutes, the height as well. So I am going to start putting it together to show everyone how it is done. So we are going to start by putting in the wheels and the struts, and they are adjustable just with this little push button here. So they basically just go right into the frame here. You'll push the button down and listen for it to lock into place. And we will do the other side as well. So the push button is always going to be on the outer side for the small. And then there we go, all locked in. So that is the wheelchair currently on the tallest setting, but there are a lot of adjustments to be made to make it fit different dogs of different heights. So I will lean that down there. The next item is the leg rings. This is what's going to be supporting your dog's rear in the wheelchair. When putting them on, you're always going to look to see that they look almost like an X or two C's going back to back. And you'll see as I attach them to the frame, the clips are always going to go over this little bolt and then push up to clip into place. And you'll hear it make that clicking noise. Same with the one on the rear here. And then we will go with the other side as well. It's very important that these straps do always go over the frame. It helps offer a little bit more stability and helps keep it more secure. All right, so as you see, it does look like an X or two C's going back to back. Now, this support, when their weight is actually on it, it will go about 2 to 3 inches below the frame, and that is very normal because with the wheelchair, we typically want their rear feet to touch the ground if they have some motion, just to help encourage the motion or the movement of the feet and keep those muscles moving. So the next part is our belly belt. This is basically going to offer some midsection support and create a little hammock that their lower rib cage can rest on. So typically this is going to slide right over the side extender itself, and it's going to be positioned slightly behind the buckles of the front harness. One side will have that opening right there to slip right over, and the other side actually has a long Velcro strap where you can use to adjust it. Now, as you see, it does go down and it looks very similar to like a little hammock that their lower rib cage can rest right on top of. And this piece of material will offer some comfort to make sure nothing is rubbing their sensitive under tummy skin. Now, these little cords that you see hanging from the belly belt, these can actually be used to wrap around this clip. So when the front harness is attached, it actually prevents this belly belt from sliding forward or sliding backwards as well. So I will then add the front harness. Now with the front harness, one thing to remember is the red strap is always going to be on the bottom. That is going to go basically under their chest, behind their front legs. And you'll see that the clips are on the side and they are facing backwards. You always want them to face backwards because when you go to put this onto the wheelchair, the side extenders are going to slide through the little opening of the clip and it will buckle right into place. And we'll do the same for the other side as well. Side extender slides right through, and we clip it right into place. You'll notice that each of the straps has this Velcro comfort sleeve on. That again is to prevent the strap from rubbing or causing any irritation, and just to prevent any discomfort, and just to give a lot of padding and protection.
And it is something with those as well that they are removable. So the Velcro piece you guys are going to be able to take off, and we'll have Morgan show you how to do that. So it's something where you're going to then be able to still adjust this, because a big key part of all of our wheelchairs is going to be adjustability. So it's something where you're going to be able to adjust that harness a little bit larger, a little bit smaller, and then you can actually cut that neoprene padding as needed to make it a little bit of a better size. If you need to cut it down, you know, trim it with some excess. If you need to make it a little bit smaller. It's also something to mention that the whole wheelchair itself is going to be fully adjustable. So the length, the height, and the width that you see on it right now doesn't particularly mean that this is the, you know, the length, height, and width that you're going to need for your dog. But it is something that you'll be able to adjust. I think Morgan should be able to show you on the frame. There are some screws that do come in it that make it so it can't adjust yet. But it's something where they're called our cup screws that come in already placed. Once you remove those with an Allen key that does come with the wheelchair, you'll be able to adjust that length as well. Because the length, you know, it's something where we have it preset. You know, dogs usually aren't too aggressively different in size for that, but you never know, because this covers a very wide variety of different sized dogs, breeds, and weights. So yeah, that is our walk-in rear wheelchair size small. We do also have another accessory that comes with it automatically, the Stirrups. And this is a part that is not required to be used. It's just an additional piece that you're able to actually clip back to what we call the iPads. And it's something where if you have a dog who has, you know, paralyzed legs that are really, really weak, and you just don't want them dragging, there's really not much movement in them, you can keep them lifted up with that to keep them nice, safe, and secure. And so if you guys have any questions for us, again, as we said in the beginning about this, you know, feel free to reach out directly to our customer service department at messages@handicappets.com, at our number 888-253-0777, and our West Coast number 818-698-7387. We appreciate you guys for joining us today, and we look forward to reaching out with you guys, you know, doing some more lives like this. So thanks so much for joining us. Have a great day.